Okay, so this video is to go over a very important skill called dimensional analysis. So let me just write that down. It's called dimensional analysis, and you might have seen that 8th grade. Okay, so here's the idea behind. I'm just gonna kind of put the skeleton of what dimensional analysis look like. So when you say you're traveling in a car from point A to point B and you're traveling at, I don't know, 6 miles an hour, okay, and someone asks, how long is it going to take for me to get there, right? So for you to answer that question, in your mind, you need to be doing dimensional analysis. The other example, say you exercising, you're doing some sort of exercise that burns, I don't know, 100 calories per minute. Say it's now let's put it per hour. So let's make it mild exercise. 100 calories per hour. So if I want to burn 500 calories, how long do I need to exercise? So all those things you probably can answer on top of your head, but what you're doing is you're doing dimensional analysis. So we're actually just going to make this more formal. Okay, so it's not going to be something new. Okay, we're just making it more formal. So let's make it formal by using this setup, which you don't have to use it, but if you ever look at dimensional analysis, this is what most people use. So I'm just going to be consistent. So here it is. It looks like this. Some people call it train tracks, but whatever. And here's where you have your answer to the problem. In here will always be the given. Okay. So any problem that you encounter, there's always a given. Okay, and that given is going to go in this part of the square. Okay, pretend that this is a square in this part of the square. Here is going to be blank, so don't worry about the bottom. Okay, in here is going to be what we call a conversion factor. Okay, so this part, I'm going to put it over here. We call this a conversion factor. Okay. And in here is what allows us to move from one unit to another. Okay. And in here will always be the unit. So let's go back a little bit and talk about units. Okay, before we continue, I think we need to talk about units. So if I come to you and I say you owe me 10, okay, you don't know what I'm talking about. It could be 10 cents. You owe me 10 cents. It could be you owe me $10. Okay. It could be you owe me 10 bananas, right? Just from me saying the word 10, it doesn't mean much. So you need to have a unit. And the cents, the dollars, the bananas, they're units. Units, they qualify a number. So for a number to be accurate, it needs to have the quantity, which is 10, and then it needs to have a qualifier, which is a unit. Okay, so from now on, when you're reporting a number, make sure that you always have units. Okay, what does that number represent? So I just want to kind of make a backtrack over here because I don't know how familiar you guys are with units. So let me erase that for a second. So in order to be good at dimensional analysis, you need to be aware of units. So in here is always going to be the unit of the given, right? Okay, and it's going to correspond to this unit. So they're going to have the same unit, and I'm making it black because they're going to be the same unit. In here, I'm going to change the color to make it more visible. It's going to be the unit of the thing that you're looking for. Okay, and this is going to match this unit. Okay, the last thing I wanted to say is that this line represents a division, so I'll put it here as a division, and this line represents a multiplication. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. And let me change the color here really quick. All right, so say you got a job at Safeway. I don't know. So you got a job at Safeway and you're getting paid, right? Obviously, when you get a job, they're going to tell you how much you're getting paid, and you're getting paid. You're getting paid. Let's make it $15 an hour. Okay. So if I tell you you're getting paid 15, what does that mean? 15 cents? I'm sure you'll be very happy if you got paid 15 cents. So and we need to make it, this number to have a qualifier, $15. Okay, is that enough? That's not enough, because you get paid $15 for a whole year. Do you get paid $15 for a month? Right? You need to have here telling you for how long. Okay, you get paid $15 per hour. So I'm just going to put HR representing hour and 1 representing per 1 hour. So this is actually a fraction, and it is a conversion factor as well, because it allows you to go from money to time, right? It allows you to convert from money to time easily. And this is what it looks like. This conversion factor looks like $15 per, by the way, a division sign, in English we say per, right? Per 1 hour. Okay. Or you can say in 1 hour, I make $15. Okay. They're both okay. Just or over here. So in 1 hour, I make $15, or I make $15 an hour. They're both correct. Okay. So we're going to call them conversion factors. This conversion factor or this conversion factor. And again, both are fine. So let's start thinking about a few things. So say you work for 2 hours and you want to know how much money you made. And let's not go into taxes, how much is going to be taken off taxes and all of that. Let's just pretend that that does not exist in that case, but it does. Okay, so you need to take into consideration that taxes will be taken out of your money. But let's not think about that right now. Let's just say in 2 hours, how much money do you make? You're probably rolling your eyes like, oh, I know how much money I make in 2 hours. It's obviously $30. But how did you come up with that? Okay, in your mind, you did dimensional analysis. So we just need, again, to make it formal. The way you're going to make it formal, you're going to make this line. Okay. And you're going to put your given, which is 2 hours. 2 hours. We said we're going to leave this blank. Okay. And then this is a unit, right? And this unit, like I mentioned here before, this unit and this unit need to match, so it's going to be here. Okay. The problem is asking for how much. Obviously, the problem is asking for money, so this is what should be your answer. If your answer is in terms of money, it needs to be here. Okay. So now we look at our conversion factor and see which one matches. Which one has money at the top, time at the bottom? This one. So what you're going to do, you're going to put 15 here and 1 here. Okay. If you do that, we said that this is a multiplication, this is a division. And if I'm doing this too fast for you, this is a video, you can pause and rewatch it again. That's the beauty of it, right? So that's why I'm moving a little faster, because I'm counting on your ability to be able to realize that it's going too fast for you, and you can just pause it. All right, so let me just write this. So it's 2 times 15 divided by 1. So 2 times 15 is 30, divided by 1, still 30. Any number multiplied or divided by 1, it continues to be the same number, right? So 30. So your answer here would be $30. 2 times 15 is 30. Okay, again, you did this in your head and you're like, oh, why do I need to go through all this trouble? Because you will not always be able to count on doing this on your head. That's why. So let's look at something else. So say you're looking to buy, I don't know what you guys are looking to buy. Say you're looking to buy a bike. I guess. It costs $1,000. So how much or how long do I need to work to make $1,000? Okay, you might again be able to do this in your head. Some of you might not. So this is where we encounter this, and especially when we go into chemistry, you might not be able to count on that. So here we go. So given 1,000. Okay, what is the problem asking for? How long? So it's asking for time. In this case, because we have the conversion factor in hours, obviously you can move this to minutes, you can move this to seconds, you can move this to years, right? You can move to whatever unit you have a conversion factor for. So here we go, we're going to put hours. Okay, and again, because the answer is an hour, here should be an hour as well. Okay, and this is a money unit. I'm sure there's a name for it. I can't remember right now. Here we go. So now, which conversion factor meets this setup, where you have time at the top, money at the bottom? And it's this one, right? Hour at the top, money at the bottom. So here we go, and 15. Okay, so let me change the color here so I can long write it. You have to take 1,000, okay, 1,000, multiply by 1, then divided by 15. Okay, so 1,000 times 1 is 1,000 divided by 15. It's going to be 66.6 and a bunch of numbers, and 66666. So we're just going to approximate to 67. So you need to work about 67 hours without spending any money. Okay, so that is how you get there. Let's see. Let's do one more and then we're gonna call it a day. Still continuing with this. Erase. Right. So say you worked a bunch of hours and you want to know how much your paycheck will be. Again, we're not worried about taxes being taken out. So just pretend that's not the case. So say you worked a lot. You worked like 30 hours this week, 30 hours this week. How much money are you going to make? How much money will I make? Or did I make, right? Okay, so again, this is the scenario. You work 30 hours, you want to know how much money you have made. Okay, so actually go ahead and pause the video and try to solve it and see what number you come up with. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, so hopefully you have paused the video and have come up with the number. Let's do this really quick. Let's see if you got it right. Okay, and again, I'm doing this without explaining because I explained so many times. I'm just kind of going for it. And obviously, as I'm doing this in class, so you can just pause the video and ask me why did I get a number a certain way or so on. Okay, this is it. So 15 and 1. So in here you would, let me change the color. You would take 30 times 15 divided by 1. It's not always going to be 1. That's why I keep putting 1, just so you understand that you have to take those three things into consideration. And 30 times 15 is, do I have the number here? I believe it's 300. Let me get my calculator. Oh, it's actually wrong. It's 450. There we go. Yeah, 30 times 15 is 450, divided by 1 is 450. So that is the end of dimensional analysis tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions.